Brace for that, Alexandra.
Yes, and would be, of course, the strongest hurricane to make landfall on Jamaica, and it looks like it's going to be impacting them probably until Tuesday. And the huge thing is some heavy rain for some of those Caribbean islands, especially Jamaica. We'll talk about that in a second. For us, we have a quiet night ahead. Patchy fog possible for early tomorrow. Seeing a little bit of that right now north of the lake. Nice start to the week, though, for tomorrow and Tuesday, and then we get a few showers, maybe a couple storms late Tuesday night, and a huge cool down. Finally, the big cool down that we've been expecting and waiting for thus far in the season of fall. Looking good out there right now. We have clear skies, temperature at 74, a little cooler north of the lake, in the 60s to about 70 there. Visibility fine for most spots, but look at this. Slidell to Picayune, and Picayune in particular, reporting a quarter-mile visibility and starting to see a little bit of that lighter fog right around Slidell, although the visibility did just tick back up to 9 miles there. So some patchy fog that can be hard to work with on the roads, especially when it's patchy like that. You can see fine and then you hit a patch of foggy conditions. So be aware of that early tomorrow, but we don't expect rain, but we did get a lot of rain. I was showing you up to 1 to 2 inches today, and yesterday also we got about a ½ inch to an inch for most spots from that shield of rain that we got during the daytime hours on your Saturday. So we did put, I think, a good dent in the drought so far. We'll see when the drought monitor comes out how they assess things, but I think we're going to be doing a lot better. Our range continuing to move out to the east of us, and our lows tonight should be in the 60s. Watch out for that fog early tomorrow. Could be patchy in different spots, but overall it looks like a beautiful afternoon to follow. Highs about 81 and mostly sunny. Your Monday forecast looking okay, and maybe not as cool as you want it, but we do have highs in the 60s coming fast behind that, maybe even starting on Wednesday. Not so much early Wednesday morning. The front will still be moving in, but it does look like this low will just be dropping straight in, bringing that much cooler weather during the day Wednesday when we may not get out of the 60s. Precision cast for that rain chance late Tuesday into early Wednesday. You can see this is 11 p.m. Tuesday. Couple of showers and storms approaching with this front. It really wasn't looking very impressive for rain earlier, but just now we're starting to see some indications we might have a couple of storms mixed in with a few of the showers. This is at 2 to 3 a.m. early Wednesday morning. So we might have another round. It doesn't look like as bad as what we got this morning, but a round of some rain early in the daytime hours, or really before the daytime hours on Wednesday, and then we're cooling down and getting windy on Wednesday. And I'll show you those temperatures for the rest of the week in a minute, but let's get back to Melissa really quickly. This again just burst from a hurricane yesterday to a Cat 4 late last night and early this morning, and could become a Category 5 before a landfall on Jamaica sometime late tomorrow. So unfortunately, the shear that was kind of limiting its strengthening for a while last week has now decreased. It's over really warm waters. It's got a really good organization, although it's not the hugest storm, but you can see it might still actually, when it finally gets a push to the north, could still be a major hurricane making landfall on Cuba as we get toward Tuesday to Wednesday, and then Turks and Caicos, southeastern Bahamas will be watching it, and it might actually eventually get somewhat close to Bermuda. So Melissa, a big storm, and unfortunately will be a memorable storm for some of those Caribbean islands, particularly Jamaica, and actually Haiti and the Dominican Republic also looking for a lot of rain. And the rainfall, of course the winds are going to be bad, but the rainfall is the big concern. There could be 2 feet plus in some parts of Jamaica, and maybe even close to 2 feet on the island of Hispaniola, Haiti and Dominican Republic as well. So here it is. This is finally that trough moving in and guiding out to the northeast, Melissa, and it'll kind of go between that trough and this big high. So that's why it will make that move pretty fast, and it'll happen quickly out into the western Atlantic, but not for a couple more days. So that's slow moving and very powerful storm. Just really a concerning situation there around Cuba and particularly Jamaica and into Haiti, Dominican Republic, and maybe even Turks and Caicos and some parts of the Bahamas. 7-day forecast showing for us 40s and 50s coming for the mornings Thursday and Friday, and even Saturday morning looking really nice. Trick-or-treating weather 60s falling to 50s, so kind of chilly this year.
All right, make sure you get your jackets out this evening. Alexandra, thanks so much.